Hello, beautiful souls, light workers, star seeds, earth angels, and all my spiritual soul family. Myself, Miss Parhevarsha. I'm a life coach, a soul healer, motivator, consciousness mentor, heart alchemist, divine feminine, Orion star seed, Heyoka empath, INFJ, unique soul, and a divine earth angel. I welcome back to you all on my YouTube channel today, Heaven's Blessing Flying Angel Ranu. And to become your greatest version, it's very important to know that how can you heal yourself naturally. As I said in my previous video about healing yourself, all your toxicity, unresolved issues, traumas, and so now I will tell you in today's video the 10 tips on healing naturally and nature of healing. First tip is, what is healing? Let's know what the healing means. Let's look at that in contrast to what is disease or dis-ease. Illness is a lack of harmony with nature and with our true selves. A disintegration between mind, body, emotion, spirit. We become out of sync, so to speak, when one of our levels, usually the mind, is superseding or overriding our heart and soul's path. Healing involves the allowing and supporting of our different and multiple components to come back into alignment. Illness and disease is a conflict and represents the ways we block our growth and development. For example, we block our growth with fear, doubt, worry, or etc. And illness represents these blocks. Healing is the resolution of conflict and progressing along our evolutionary path. Many teachers suggest that our primary purpose on earth is to grow and learn and to evolve. Second tip is, relationships are always important to all of us, and so they should be, yet this is where most conflict arises, from the lack of integrated relationships with ourselves, with others in our lives, and with nature. Women tend to be more open to work on relationship communication than men, and keeping all the lines open is usually necessary for successful and loving relationships. Men will do best also if they support this process. When we hold on to the emotions and don't express ourselves, these energies create turmoil, conflict, and dis-ease in our body. The state of ease is in peace, harmony, but dis-ease means the state of our body is in disharmony, is called as dis-ease, not ease. That's why talking preventively, even when things are not bad or there isn't a fight, can really keep our relationships healthy. Communicating openly, clearly, honestly, thoughtfully, authentically is very important, especially when there is delicate or sensitive issue at hand. Being this caring can prevent misunderstandings or hurt feelings and keep things harmonious and open to growth. Yet, most of us must evolve to live this consciously. We can move towards this with some professional counseling on an individual, couple, or family basis can help us stay out of the trouble. Our issues can be with our love partner or spouse, or maybe child or parent, or a work associate, or any other kind of relationship. Communication pays off, much like practicing preventive medicine in the long run. Yet, talk is only one way to work things out and heal. Try a walk and talk, especially along a flowing river or at the beach, means in the nature, because the greatest healer is nature and there's no other healer than the nature. Okay. Plus, write a list of your issues and know that healing can take place on many levels and may take time. Give it that space and know that even if you change, it often goes slowly. Have patience and take some time to organize your thoughts and feelings rather than react and vent. Learning to fair fight with a loved one is one thing, yet being able to prevent confusions and alterations is best. Do we go for things that cannot be true, too much, too many, or too often? And who are we negotiating into a relationship? Are we looking for ourselves in others, or who we wish we were? And that shocks the relationships of its foundations. Yes, it's a relatio-quake ratio, and so many wander from one to the another, and often once it's begin, it's too late because you are not properly prepared for the responsibility required for rational relationships. The responsibility is the ability to respond in the rational relationships. Now let's get to the third tip, which is opening to the spirit and asking for help from the higher levels of ourselves is often helpful for healing. As I mentioned, much illness comes from this lack of connection or ability to listen to the higher self. If and when we do, we can receive the guidance we need and the new ideas and actions necessary to fulfill our purpose and move us forward in our life. We can heal and evolve. Healing the male-female conflicts will help each of us as we have these issues within our core. Some of our most brilliant psychology minds, like Dr. Carl Jung, suggest that we each have our opposite sex energy as our subconscious. He termed this the anemia and animus. The relationship between our thinking mind and deeper selves affect our lives and outward relationships. Thus, working in this inner healing realm and resolving the conflicts we all have between father, mother, or male-female can fully improve and heal our worldly relationships. The more we evolve within us, the better our personal connections become. I have had many experiences and tell me that they were able to improve their love relationships and work as well when they stopped running away from the conflicts they encountered in their personal lives. They tended to reach the same impasses with each relationship until they took a break and worked out these very intimate and personal issues they have about the personal relationships. They couldn't meet and be close with the right person for them. At least this is the more right person, since with the relationship there are some issues and growth to experience. Fourth tip is the way we eat is very crucial to health or illness. As it is said that let the food be thy medicine and let thy medicine be the food. So the way we eat is very important for our health, and much disease comes from poor food choices, mostly over decades but also in the short term. That is why establishing the foundation of a healthy eating should start in childhood. And if we are parents, we need to follow the number one rule for feeding kids right, and that's set a good example. This is where nature comes in and eating foods closer to the source, which is our earth mother or Gaia. She blesses us every season with the foods that are best for us: fresh greens in the spring, cooling fruits and vegetables in the summer, lots of richer foods like grains, beans, nuts and seeds, plus many veggies in the autumn to help us last through the cold or wet winter. Connect with these and minimize all the processed and junk foods and chemicals so readily available everywhere in our modern societies. This one area can help protect your health and keep you well throughout your years. What about nurturance? Nourishing ourselves with care, food from loving cooking. Friendship is investing in itself, and this investment can comfort and heal us. Being sensitive to our own needs, truly caring for ourselves, nurturing our own being by knowing that what will nourish our body and spirit. We can learn the uniqueness of our being as every human is different. So our food plays a very important role in our life for our health and our spirituality, for our growth. And so how can we grow is to be vegan or to go on the plant-based diet, because vegan helps in many ways. As we consume the other energies in the non-veg, and it is said that whatever you consume will consume you. So be conscious that what are you eating, be aware of what to eat and what is nutritious for your body, because this vessel is very essential to live on this planet. So keep it healthy and wealthy to survive and strive for the best. Fifth is exercise activity is crucial to staying healthy and vital, as well as to good circulation and a strong immune system. A balanced daily and a long-term program that includes stretching for flexibility, aerobic activity for endurance, and weight work for the strength. This all leads to the better relaxation and getting our minds out of the way so that healing can happen more easily in our bodies. A vital body rarely gets sick. Yoga and other flexibility enhancing movements are helpful at keeping us youthful. We are as young as our spine is flexible, right? So stay young and healthy with regular exercise. Don't forget to exercise or do whatever your passion is, like go in the nature, start grounding or do some exercise or play some sport. That can also help, as sport is also exercise only. Any game you can play, a football, volleyball, or maybe any other, badminton or skipping or swimming, whatever sport you like, you can do that. The sixth point is nutritional supplements support balance and healing. They nourish our cells and tissues and support optimal function to allow healing to happen biochemically and physiologically. Deficiency symptoms such as fatigue and coldness may require nutrients and hormonal imbalance or balance, and a more nourishing diet, while congestion and toxicity problems like headaches, allergies, aches and pains, and digestive maladies can be helped by detoxification with the herbs and with a more cleansing diet and nutritional support. Make sure you or your guide knows what they are doing and don't overdo it. We can find the right program for each of us if we listen to both our inner guidance as well as outside wisdom and experience. Never allow the outer or external events to govern your internal self. Never allow this, because your intuition, your gut feeling is what is your soul telling to you. So listen to your intuition and gut feeling rather than listening to the external events which will govern your internal self. Now let's come to the seventh point. Avoid the victim and blame game, the name game. Most of us get into the trouble because of the way we think and the judgments we make, both for others and for ourselves. When we say things to others out of anger and with an attempt to hurt them, as we may feel hurt, we generate a war of words and feelings. That is not a healing feeling and creates a separation. Separation and upset emotions generate a dis-ease, while love and connection, cooperation towards unity help us heal. Many people have bad habits, self-destructive behavior because they feel victimized by life and don't feel deserving of love, health, good food and other ways of nurturing and pleasuring themselves. Sometimes the number one thing we can do is to heal our attitude towards self and life. Yes, I encourage myself to adopt the philosophy that this is the only body I have and I want to treat it in a loving and respectful way. Then, if we can really feel and believe this, we begin to eat better, exercise more, learn to handle our stresses and have a new and different approach to life. Wow, wonderful, this is amazing. It feels so good to be alive. Don't live on the harm farm, where no matter what you do ends up out of balance, or so it seems. Relearn to think positively and act confidently. Read the biographies of those who have overcome the great obstacles to live fully and use their inspiration as a motivation and live simply, live well. Now the 8th point is, where can we go to heal? The answer lies within. Some people tap the deeper levels only when they get away from home or work and their everyday world. This may involve a retreat or just going into the nature. I said before that nature is the greatest healer and there is no healer greater than the nature. So for healing yourself, you can go in nature or park or riverside or mountain or any beautiful natural scenery, trees, birds singing, anything you can choose in the nature, as nature is so soothing, so healing. Others may benefit from some workshop or therapy program. Getting out of the way, relaxing and letting things flow allows healing to happen. It's a natural experience our body wants when everything is flowing through our channels: blood, lymph, energy. These are our body channels. We are healthy and vital. Tune in and go to your stress. Allow the conflicts to surface, to come on the surface level, and also allow your dreams to bring you inside and give you the passion for action. Dream exercise for healing. Before you go to bed, write down these 3 important questions and then meditate on them a few minutes as you drift off to sleep. Our subconscious has the answers we need to solve our health dilemmas if we are willing to listen to the innate wisdom. Make sure you write your questions on the paper, ideally in your personal journal, as this brings them into the form. The first question you should write is, body, why am I experiencing this problem? Or in the bracket you can say, you can be more specific to your concern right now. So the question is, body, why am I experiencing this problem right now? And be specific to your concern. The second question is, what do you wish to tell me? Ask your body, what do you wish to tell me? Ask your subconscious mind, it knows the answer. So the second question is, what do you wish to tell me? The third question is, what is needed for healing? Ask your subconscious mind, then how can I heal my body? What do I need more to heal myself to become my greatest version? Right? These are the three questions. Or use some variation of these questions and you can make them specific to your personal issues also. This is also a technique in guided imaginary work to have an internal dialogue with the wise part of yourself. Give this a few nights or even a weeks to see what comes back. You may be surprised and delighted, and certain conflicts may be resolved. Now let's go to the 9th point, which is shifting and balancing with the seasons is vital to staying healthy. Yes, shifting and balancing means embracing all the seasons, adapting all the seasons and stay healthy. How? Being aware of your own cycles within nature is a key knowledge to acquire and use throughout life in regards to personal choices, activities, diets, etc. How did you feel last year at this time, and what were your dreams then and now? If you journal these things, you will have some reference for yourself, and this will help you learn. Tune in and you will find yourself in there. Yes, you're in there. Meet up with yourself and have some fun. Discovering the many dimensions and mysteries of our humanness can be quite an adventure. We were all gifted with treasures. That is the gold at the end of the rainbow of love. We are loved. We are love. Love is all around us. Let us celebrate and radiate love, which is healing. There is love to the light, the way. So, staying healthy with the seasons is traveling through the cycles of light and dark and the effects on the inner and outer climates. Now the 10th tip is in the summary of imbalance occurs primarily from a dominance of thoughts or excessive stressful emotions, or from a diet that causes the congestion or deficiency, too much or not enough, usually both, and the balance and healing lie in the inner work and enhancement of spirituality. Explore all parts of yourself and work or play to integrate them by working through the weakness and other challenges, and allow yourselves to become your full and true self. Blessings to you all. And the 10 tips to enlighten eatings are: you can renew your relationship with food and all the life. You can have the space for a larger garden and go out in the nature. Community gardening or farmers markets. Become aware of what food you eat. Always carry fresh water and healthy snack with you. Always talk and also listen with the family, friends and co-workers. Restaurants that provide wholesome menus. Support and eat at the restaurants which have the wholesome menus. Be aware of other ways like chemicals enter in your life or not. And the 10th is changes occur naturally. So be mindful, be aware and be conscious. That's all, beautiful soul. I hope so this video resonates with you. I hope so you all will understand whatever I said and got to know more knowledge about the healing of yourself naturally. And for more information like this which will inspire you, motivate you, inspire you, empower you, so please do like, subscribe to my channel, share, comment. If you like this content, please do share. Please do comment about your any queries. You have any questions about anything to make any video. I will be very happy to help you all. And also don't forget to press press the bell icon so that you will get notified as soon as I publish new content. If you want to ask me any questions or you have any query, you can follow me on Instagram at Heaven's Blessing Flying Angel Ranu, and I will see you all in my next video. Till then, take care. Love you all, beautiful souls. Have a happy day. I send you all a love, peace and healing, whatever you need to become your greatest version. I'll see you in the next video with a very empowering content like this. So bye, take care. God bless you all. Love you all. Take care, beautiful souls.